Yo, it's time. Invite is back, and it's got a little bit of a mix-up going on here, folks. My name's Ro. I'm here with Shears. We're gonna be talking
Hello.
real quick to get through this, and then getting into the action because we've got some spicy new invite teams forming. And the best news of all is they're gonna be lasting the whole season. That's confidence right there. Shears, what's up?
Hello. So our two teams tonight are named LeBronstanople. Great name. Uh, sorry, it's currently
It should be
LeBron's.
LeBronstanople,
Yeah, it's
but it
currently
is
LeBronstanople, which
correct.
we think it should be LeBronstanople. But that's just our take here at Fireside. Um, on LeBronstanople, we've got KJ Quad on flank scout, Wonder on pocket scout. The roamer is Speedy. Their pocket is saxophone. Their demo is Jarrett, returning from hiatus. And the medic is Divine AT. On the grease side of the Greasy Hot Dogs, we got a little bit of older school talent in Rikuso and Shamu taking up the scouts roles. Shamu's on pocket scout. Crypt, another older name, on roamer. Paul Dog on pocket. And Sin Karma on demo. Their medic is Dank. Um, LeBronstanople defeated Cat Posse 4-2 last night. So they're off to a good start in this season, which we should talk about the season because there's been somewhat of a format mix-up
Oh,
here in
yeah.
RGL Invite.
Oh, yes. It's actually really interesting. So, the way it kind of works now is there are two stages to the season. You can think of stage one as the regular season. Players just face each other off in this kind of round robin style. And wherever they end up at the end of stage one is basically how they go into playoffs, which is what stage two is. So, whoever gets fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth, they're all automatically set in a lower bracket for what is essentially playoffs for stage two. And then everyone else who's in seeds 1 through 4, they basically, if they lose any time in their first upper bracket, they go down to the lower bracket, but they get, two chances to not lose. However, if you're in the last 4 teams, 5 through 8, if you lose once in stage two, you're out. That's it. But that encourages players to stick together until playoffs. We don't have teams dying in the second week because they still have a chance. They can just go to stage two. I mean, they're going to have it stacked against them, but that's still incredibly better when it comes to playing for those playoffs.
Ah, so we'll see how this goes. I like the idea that all 8 teams will now make playoffs instead of just 4, as it's been traditional in Invite. Um, it's always felt like Invite playoffs have been like a little short and weak because it's only 4 teams. So I'm really looking forward to how this new format shakes things up.
Yeah, it honestly feels like a good welcome change. We've been seeing a lot of welcome changes the past couple seasons between just in game, how the structure of the rounds work, and even now the actual whole league system getting a complete rehaul. It's really exciting stuff. I'm looking forward to it as well. Like I said, teams are more incentivized to stay together, and that's what we want. We want to just see these legendary players. Kryptonite. The only memory I have, like when you say those words, I'm like Kryptonite. He hits a lot of directs. Really good at direct rockets. Got that DM in his blood, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that shapes up with the rest of his squad on the Dothog, Greasy
Yeah,
Dothog.
greasy hot dogs.
What a great team name.
Been playing a little hockey rogue like called Tape to Tape recently, and Greasy Hot Dogs is exactly the name of a team that would end up in that game. It just makes you think of like B tier hockey or whatever that's worth.
Yeah, the
I don't want to sound like I'm insulting them because this
no,
this
no, that
this
that
is a
is a
great roster
very
here.
accurate representation of the name. It is one of those teams that you're like, what? And then but they're like the best at where they at, you know? Even if they're B tier, they're the best in B tier.
Yeah, we'll see if they can be the best in Invite here this season. I
Oh
believe this
yes.
is the Greasy Hot Dogs first game.
You may be right. We have seen them earlier, or at least some talks, some things in the works, about them playing up against the Covenant and holding their own against them. That's a number 2 seed we're talking about. So definitely some potential there for them to, they have a lot of a background to get them into the door, right? Now it's just a matter of fleshing things out over the next couple weeks, and they'll definitely be a contender for the top 4 spot, I feel.
Yeah. I'm also looking forward tonight to seeing Jarrett play. Um,
Oh,
it's I I'm not sure exactly how long it's been, but it's definitely been a couple seasons for him. I remember just
the
I
return,
I
the
don't know.
debut.
I don't know how long it's been, but I have this memory of like being in a DM server, just playing Scout on Granary, and this demo is like constantly hitting like cross map pipes on me, like and I'm playing Scout, and I'm like, is my movement that bad? And then who is this Jarrett guy? And then I learned who he was later, and I was like, oh, invite demo man. That makes a lot of sense. It's truly like if you play multiple classes, especially demo, you learn to really appreciate how unreal it is that you can consistently pipe like a, a lower level player like across the map with a direct. I don't know, it's just like no other game I know besides I guess Quake has a grenade launcher really has that kind of skill.
Yeah, the satisfying long range pipes, teaching Shears to no longer walk like a bot.
Pretty much. I I gotta pay attention even when the demo's not close to me actually. We do have 12 in server now, so we should be getting started pretty soon. Do you have any
Yeah.
score predictions, Ro?
Well, more importantly than a score prediction, I got a shout out from KJ Quad, who's wanting me to say DP. So there you go. You're welcome. As for the prediction, listen, it's been a long day. I gotta go with. I gotta go with Blue, the Dothog. Greasy
The
Dothogs has
Dothogs.
has players who were once in the highest caliber of TF2. You got Shamu, you got Rakuso, we've got Paul Dog, who's been showing some work in the previous seasons, most recent seasons, and Sin Karma. Are you kidding?
Mhm.
Contender for top 5 demo all time.
Yeah.
That's just how I see it. Yeah.
Doctor underscore says Sinkarma is a top 5 demo. I haven't seen too much of him play, so I don't have my own opinion on that. What I do have an opinion on is I think LeBronStaninople are going to take it 4-2. Bold
Bold.
prediction.
Bold.
They're
But I
gonna. I
love
think
it.
they're
I
gonna take
love
it
it.
4-2 again here on Sunshine.
It's going to be a wild one. We've got all players getting ready. I mean, they readied and then unreadied. But that's okay. Yeah, the demo matchup is relatively even. I'd say Sidcomer probably has just, especially with Jared and shaking off the rust. I mean, if you can even call it rust, right? It's
Yeah.
still getting into that groove again. I think Sin Karma has that advantage, demo to demo. In terms of soldiers, we'll have to see saxophone. I know I love Speedy. Speedy's got the hops. So the soldier matchup, I'm leaning a little more towards the Dotthog, and scouts, I'm leaning again towards Dotthog. But it's a team effort. It's not just 1-to-1
Yeah.
ratios, and
KJ
we'll see
Quad
what
is
the
a
team factor will
monster
do.
on Scout. I
Yes.
think. I think traditionally he's played Pocket Scout, if I'm correct, but he's being unleashed on the flank this season. I could have that completely wrong, but my point is, I think they're letting the dog off the leash, and it's not Paul Dog. I think KJ Quad is gonna rack up the score tonight.
Yeah, swapping from his usual roles, as people have been noticing, going to that flank scout role, having a little more freedom, not being tied down, lets you lets you be unleashed, as you said. Oh, and apparently everyone had to go walk their dog on the Dotthog. Every single player, all 6 of them. So once they've returned from walking their dog real quick, I have a very short story. It won't last very long. There was a time, I can't remember the player. It would be more funny if I could remember the player, who just like in the middle of like just before a match said, "I got to shower real quick," and just took a shower. You know, I got to get that gamer sweat refreshed and refurbished before a match.
Oh my god.
Just like, sorry, our scout had to step away for a shower. Like, who does that? But I mean, if you're gonna be sitting in a match, you know, for at least an hour, you don't want to be reveling in your own musk.
Yeah. If you're going to sit in a match for at least an hour, you might want some food to go with that. We actually have another food sponsor here on Fireside called Factor 75. You can game on a healthy mind with your first order on Factor 75's website using our code, which you can find by typing !Factor in the chat. They're offering 40% off your first order and 20% off on the next month of subscription. So
let's go. That is huge. I've used these food services before, and let me tell you that first month, that second month, too much value. Genuinely, it is like literally free food.
Yeah,
and it's really convenient too.
Yeah. I've not tried these myself personally, but it seems like a good way to like get into like learning to cook for yourself.
Factor's actually the pre-made. I'm pretty sure you just get it in your heat implement and then you're done.
Okay. so it's even more foolproof than that.
It really is, and the quality is beyond what you would expect for something like people would say TV dinners. No, man, Factor's legit. Yeah, a lot of diet options. Anything you need, anything you're going for. If you're trying to bulk up for TF2 season, let me tell you, we had a lot of TF2 players in the past.
Get those
TLR can drop you, okay? TLR. He will take you down.
We are going live here on our first round of the match here, bro. Take it away on this mid-fight.
Bro, let's go. Sin Karma Cam, first and foremost. A little bit slower than Jarrett. Jarrett getting there just a hair earlier. Nice early damage as well. The bomb from Saxophone, putting the pressure onto Sin Karma, locking him out. Oh, great follow-up stickies. Just keeping him backed up. Thought the arrow gets him right back into the fray. Sin Karma throwing down some sticks over on this left side. Not going to be meeting up with anything else. Speedy now. Working with Saxophone, trying to coordinate this bomb. Get on top of the scout, Shamu, who gets bullied back into the cafe. KJ Quad goes forward, gets the kill, but dies to Cactus Wactus. Okay, that might be Kryptonite. But meanwhile, the rest of the Dothog are making their way around this bend. Wonder just walks off to the side, picks up Cactus Wactus, looking very nice there. Red team now exchanging, losing Speedy, who got a little antsy into the cafe, falling himself, but at least Red secures the point. We'll see how things develop here as both teams have medics, both have demos, just getting set up for the second point.
Yeah, Speedy, the positioning that Speedy forced from blue, from the blue team with that bomb, won them the mid because their pocket scout went down to like single-digit health. Dank was all the way back in their cafe, and they just like couldn't continue to contest that mid. So really good positional play there from Speedy.
Yeah. I see some very antsy ornaments flying over the top. KJ Quad reloading the next one. Ooh, nothing. But there's clearing some room here in the cafe. Maybe get Speedy through the door. Backs out. Not going to go for it this time. Demo Man playing tight. Oh, Saxophone. I see it. Eyes on Saxophone. He's going to do it. I can feel it. Come on, you got to get the buff out. Start peeking again from cafe.
Give this man a buff.
No.
Speedy's the one with the buff right now.
Oh,
they're taking him in the cafe.
Yeah, I think they just want to get the attention so that Saxophone can do a quick double hop off the walls. Wonder getting a little aggressive here. Pulling some eyes. Speedy tries to get the attention. There's Saxophone going in. Tries to catch the Demo Man. Gets him in the air. Does not find the connection. So now with the soldier down, blue team's looking for a counter-offensive. Jarrett left alone in that choke after Speedy jumps in. Or, sorry, Saxophone. Not going to be able to survive. Now the Ubers are exchanging on this choke.
Yeah. Uber's a little better for the Dothogs, but Dank's very weak post-Uber. We'll see if that comes into play here, but fruit, the ringer for Dothogs with a 2-for-1
I knew
rocket.
it was fruit. I was like, why is it Cactus Wactus?
Will help clean up Quad in the alley as well, and that's a dominating fight for the Dothogs. LEBRONSTANINOPLE forced to retreat back to their second, where they're already being harassed by the blue soldiers.
Yeah, Dog getting aggressive, pulls back, meet up with the rest of the squad. They've got a small advantage, not going to be significant, but you know, they can make something happen. They can start making their way forward. They know they have a numbers advantage, so they're immediately flooding through this valley, getting all the ground. Jarrett gets bullied right off that, so much. Sin Karma's just locking him out. Okay, nice job from KJ Quad. Clearing sticks. Players are falling left and right. Dog, at least a nice little exchange there, grabbing a consolation prize, making their way forward from the lower, nope, up to Echelon. All right, they're waiting for the buffs. They might have enough time to make it happen, but they gotta get buffed and
Sniper in the
push.
spawn, looking at this top left corner. But they're smart. They use through. No chance for the sniper to get a shot off. They've got a buffed heavy on the right side as the Uber fades. Is this going to be enough? Let's see. Sin Karma trying to rain down damage on the point from afar. And it's not going to be. Rakuso sneaks onto the point and caps it out.
So Rakuso just walks up, sees the medic, and he's like, oh, I'm just going to stand still and two-shot the medic. Easy. And then just walks forward, caps the point. You know, Rakuso, you got it. You know what you're doing.
That's years and years of top-level experience in play coming into play there. Sometimes you gotta play the objective. Saxon's in fast and trades with Sin Karma. That's a great pick for LEBRONSTANINOPLE to start off this mid.
Yeah, red team now with a huge damage advantage. Gotta be on top of Jarrett though, taking a lot of aggression from both the soldiers. Rakuso also playing around the bend, pulling some attention. They gotta walk forward. Red team, LEBRONSTANINOPLE making their way in. Had to back up. They know Rakuso's behind. Saxophone might meet up with him shortly. Nope, just gonna get some packs. They gotta be careful because their medic is spawning alone. Saxo's with them. Rakuso walks up sneakily. Knows the med's there.
Oh,
there goes for it.
Okay. The team's there. The whole squad is here to take him out.
But that was actually enough of the delay because now blue team is starting to get a little bit of ground here. See if they have an opening. Sin Karma's extended in. Dank follows up. They have the Uber, so they go for it, but they lose Sin Karma. No Demo Man. That's not what you need. And now, oh, KJ Quad got behind though.
The control point is being captured.
Every single player rolling all the way back to meet up with him. Finally get the kill. Red team now gets themselves situated back again at the cafe.
Oh, and they went all the way back to
choke.
their second.
Yeah.
To fight that player.
Huge ground regained.
That was looking so good for the Dothogs, sorry. Like, they used the positional play of their scout behind to get through Valley without popping, but in doing so, dropped their Demo Man in the Uber.
And now the Uber's ready.
Now it'll be LEBRONSTANINOPLE coming in with 20 ad. It's dwindling. There's a trap in the window. Do they see it? Oh my god, Jared was right under it, but they don't quite get that off. Saxophone down on the flank. Maybe that'll encourage blue to stick around here as they do have their Uber, but red's coming in from the high ground. It's going to be a messy trade here on the point. Oh my god. And they just collapse onto the side of LeBron. This KJ Quad can't fight 4 players at once, and that's a full clean wipe by the Dothogs, and they're going to roll that straight into second.
Ooh. And then Saxophone tried to make the escape here. Does manage to pull it off. Some very unfortunate timing on that door opening. Gonna grab this second right away. The Uber advantage once again firmly in their hands. What happened at that last point was they were just a little bit slow, worried about the sticky traps, clearing things out. They had like a reasonable advantage. Red team pushing in, and then they just waited too long. And then that blue counter Uber, just a full wipe. Showing some really strong characters working with a post-Uber exchange.
Okay, they're going to use through top left again. Oh, the demo actually almost gets dropped from the Uber there. They didn't flash Sin Karma for the jump. And he's still really low post-Uber. This might play a role. Lots of damage on the blue team, but only 1 kill. And red's going to have a chance, a fleeting chance to defend this maybe. Jarrett's trying to keep it locked down. Rakuso actually gets a bow from Dank helps him run over what's remaining of LeBronStaninople on a 7K.
Just crushing it right now. Yeah, really good. The delay was just enough for Jared to get in there, but couldn't quite do it all alone. And like you said, that arrow, Rakuso, playing a dominant performance so far, outscoring any two players' scores combined on the opposite team.
Right, here we are at our third mid of the match. Both demos just sizing each other up. Neither team really wants to take, as Dothogs are poking forward on this Tetris side. LeBronStaninople playing really passive and they get punished for it. Sinkarma hits a long-range pipe, takes out multiple combo members and a third. There's a fight in the valley. KJ Quad taking out Fruit there. It's a 3v3, but heal advantage for Blue. Sinkarma left alone in Blue Cafe. Can he get out?
Makes his way, arrow, and survives. Sinkarma's been doing some work at these mids, at least the ones where he hasn't died. Got some really good pipe kills there, and they still lost the mid, but he was playing tight with his team. Managed to survive on very low HP. Now they're getting back in. They don't want to lose any more players. They see Saxophone, they call it out. He jumps forward, getting some good damage on it. Fruit not really getting, finally meets up with the rest of the squad. Walks forward.
Oh, Dank's at 16 health, and he holds and surfs back into Valley. Excellent spam from Red there, almost getting the force out, but Dank balls of steel. Wonder taking out Shamu, and this could open up an opportunity for Red to get the force off safely. Wonder with another
just
frag
found
on
the
the Paul Dog.
meatiest shot as that soldier was trying to escape. Paul Dog just really good at finding those angles, hitting all that, every single pellet.
Yeah,
Killing the soldier.
Saxophone trying to open up some space from the valley, but gets denied. Maybe we'll give Speedy a try, but it looks like Ubers are going to even out for now, and we're going to stalemate temporarily.
Just kind of a, just a breather. It's not really a stalemate. It's only a stalemate when we get to the last, 40 seconds with nothing attempted. You know what I'm saying? We got players. We've seen them do this little coordinated thing going on here, but rather rotating to the valley. I'm feeling this one right now.
Yeah, Soldier's getting buffed.
Ooh. Nice skip.
First.
Okay.
There's a soldier and a scout from Red in lobby now. They're starting their work of harassing the combo. They've got them fully surrounded here. The Dothogs have got to be feeling the heat at the moment. They're going to get fried up. Saxophone will trade. Oh, and Rakusa finds KJ Quad with a back turn, and that'll be the end of that little flank play. I like that. That was cute. But now Blue wants to come in with a trade from Cafe. Speedy does a great job stuffing that, and it's going to be a much better Uber for Red. Speedy
flash.
blocking them, body blocking them,
and he gets out.
Massive damage.
Speedy gets 2 more.
Amazing play from the Red Soldier. Divine lives as well. Just Fruit and Sinkarma left. Great team effort there from LeBronStaninople to crush the Greasy Dothogs.
Yeah, that was very good stuff from Sinkarma, managing to find his way around without a medic, getting low on HP there. Still getting up to his 4th kill of this life. Getting things set up on last. They got a sentry going up. Okay. I'm feeling Blue. They've got a really significant disadvantage, but if they can somehow survive, keep their medic alive, their post-Uber will dominate.
Yeah.
This
will
last.
LeBronStaninople chomp down on the Greasy hot dogs, or will it this round slip out of their hands? Uber looking good so far. They're going to clean up Fruit underneath the point. Another soldier juggled around in the air, but the heavy's out. He's getting buffed, and they just stand on the point. That's how you win the objective game mode, bro.
You start the point, pull back, kill the stragglers, regroup to the point. Very good stuff.
Real textbook.
Yeah. Going into this next mid, though, let's see if Jarrett feels his oats. He's once again getting some good sticky damage onto Sinkarma, pretty much without fail since the beginning of this match.
We love that
Red
consistency.
player. Ooh, Saxophone died early.
Try to
now
go around through their
Rakuso just
cafe.
rushing forward, getting some really good aggression. Pulls back, kills the other soldier. Red backs
Yeah.
off wisely. They knew they didn't have the advantage once they lost Saxophone, and Speedy being a late death is not a big deal. But now
Yeah.
they've got to get these sticks up and ready because the aggro is still coming through. Here comes the big bomb from Sin Karma just to get some ground. Really nice rockets as well from Paul Dog, getting some stuffed damage on these players on the patio. They want to walk forward. What was that drop? The pipe of a lifetime!
Oh my god. Sin Karma with the blind pipe onto Divine as he walks up the stairs. No chance for that medic to react. Speedy coming in desperate for the salvage, but actually, it's down to 3v3, bro. They might do this.
What?
Saxo bombing in for the pressure. Sin Karma retaliates.
Right through the window, too. Very tricky angle there, especially with how the sticky launcher kind of, is a little more to your right. Very nice. They got their medic up, though. Getting the heals through. The respawns are up for, the Greasy Dothog. And they're making their way in right now. Oh, what?
Oh.
The stickies were hidden on the cliff! Was that a blind dead? Please tell me that wasn't a blind dead. He had to have been watching from the shutter.
He was like pulling back through the shutter as it happened.
Gotcha.
So, maybe he saw the beam and just timed it off that. Amazing play from Jarrett, and Wonder catches out Paul Dog on the stairs. Soldier coming in to contest, but he's going to get traded out by Divine of all people. Shamu melted by stickies. Rikuso traded again, and he's just trying to cause as much chaos as he can on the way out. But ultimately, it will be LeBronStaninople to take back their second.
And the big thing here, the headline is, LeBronStaninople is not just falling over from a 2-0 lead. They're starting to come back. They're feeling their oats. I'm looking forward to this Uber. Right now, they got to make sure they hold on to it as best they can. They see some soldiers. They walk forward. You don't have to use. You see Fruit. Take him down.
He's isolated.
Take him down.
That's an easy kill for them.
Yes, very easy kill. Now they're making their way forward. No, nothing happening. Oh my goodness, Divine manages to get through. They got it without using. That was the most important thing. They got to go right now because the Uber's going to be ready for defense. I think their best bet is to just consider it a reset. Oh no, they think they still have the advantage. They do, but it won't be for
trying to go
long.
behind it again, but this time there's a scout waiting for him on the platform. Will get repelled safely. The Dothogs are actually going to get this Uber. They're going to take a fight on plateau, but Jarrett takes out Shamu before the Uber can be popped. Blue is so low that trying to scrap for this point without whatever health they have left. Jarrett actually dropped there, but they're going to take that in exchange for the frags they receive.
Yeah, even though they lost their demo, they still have a significant numbers advantage. The Ubers are even. Got the cap. They're making their way forward. They go into the last, but they don't have the numbers to back it up. But a flank from Saxophone gets on Sin Karma. Not going to last for much longer, though. Sin Karma,
they actually forced the Uber out of blue.
But that was a good force, yeah.
From the Dothogs, and now LeBronStaninople are going to be sitting on full Uber advantage.
And the respawn is up in just a moment. So now they gotta wait for their numbers. Remember, as good as an Uber advantage is, you gotta have all 5 your fragging classes, making the rounds, finding the frags. They're starting to get their way in once again.
Yeah,
you say, pushing on your top right defense. They're gonna be seeing it on the left. Oh no, they go lower. They wanted. They did this before. They got a lot of free ground.
He needs a flash. Well, I guess they haven't used yet. They were milking it a bit. They're all in spawn. It's time to stand on the point. Jarrett's gonna hold him off, doing so much damage, and that should be it. Yeah. I've been really impressed with these last pushes from LeBronStaninople so far. This looks like this is high invite strategy level.
What's funny is I actually think it's the opposite.
Okay.
I think it's low invite defense because they just keep walking up this lower for no reason. One soldier just needs to keep an eye on it at all times and get some early forces. Twice now they've just walked up the stairs and gotten it. But new mid.
All right. Lots of damage to blue from Jarrett as they filter through this choke. A little passive to start. Both teams just kind of spamming and feeling each other out. It's been very back and forth, but here come the blue soldiers onto the red team. Oh my god!
I was drinking water and I actually did a spit take. Fuck! That was the greatest combination air shot of the season. Granted, it's the first week, but come on!
That was insane.
Oh my god. The coordination it takes to see the medic go in the air and be like, I can hit that.
Just the raw flick from Paul Dog onto Divine.
Fuck, my mic is wet. I gotta wipe this down. Hold on.
The greasy hot dogs squirting all over Rose Mike on that last mid.
Bro,
and
I
they're
need a
gonna roll it into
napkin for these
second.
greasy Dothogs just making me sploosh.
Oh, and he's going for another one. Almost hits that one onto Speedy. We'll take the crater damage. Paul Dog feeling himself after that play, as anyone would be. Speedy down. They're gonna roll this in onto last. Jarrett not really ready for this push coming in from right. They're all on spawn. Heavy's trying to get out. Right side, but Sin Karma's just locking it down.
But the rotation, they managed to stay around. They got their heavy, getting some good damage out. The soldier comes in. It's one Speedy on the point. 85%, not going to be enough. And no Uber saws, no nothing happening to pull it out from under. 3-2. I remember someone, no, you said you were feeling the 4-2 from our LEBRONSTANINOPLE team.
Yeah.
That dream is not dead. It's just different. Red can still pull it back. We're still got 11 minutes left.
Basically the same, right?
Yeah, 5-3 is about the same.
Yeah, Jarrett actually opting for a slower rollout to arrive at mid with 175 health. Quickly tagged down to 135 by Sin Karma, but they're going to take it. Dothog, once again, the aggressors. Soldiers jumping in, getting right into Jarrett's face, and we'll take him out. Trading 2 people for that, and that allows LEBRONSTANINOPLE to heal up and come back in.
Yeah, Sack's putting a little bit of pressure here, just pulling some attention. Nice little pick onto Paul Dog. They managed to bully them into the valley. They're halfway between deciding to stay or go. They gotta go. Blue team out. Red team, once again, not rolling over. Even Ubers on both sides, but small numbers advantage.
Oh man, but you can't surprise Sin Karma. I was on the Speedy cam there, and like, in the like instant Speedy peek the corner, he was already getting piped. But Speedy in on the medic as well, cannot quite get that second rocket off onto Dank, but did catch him in the lighthouse. So excellent timing on that bomb. Here comes the counter sack in from Fruit. Won't get much done, and we're just gonna reset here for now.
Actually, I'm feeling it. They're gonna go for it. They got both scouts rushing through the cafe. Rest of the combos making their way forward. Saxophone walks through. Soldier comes over the top. Can they get together? Oh, the scouts weren't nearby to get the kill. Paul Dog survives.
Yeah, Sax is taking a 1v1 on last with Root. But here comes the scout to ruin the E. What a dastardly play.
And then Sax dies in the back line, so now they've got the numbers.
I'm kidding, it's good teamwork. Oh, Speedy tries to stunt the counter push, but we'll
so many stragglers.
Lose the point instead.
Everyone on LEBRONSTANINOPLE is just in a different place, different time, losing to 1v2s. It's not where you want to be right now, but that's okay. They've got the Uber. They're sitting on second. And Blue doesn't really have the greatest opening here. They're going to try and get some players through. The soldiers are getting aggressive. Early pick with that trap from Jarrett. Grabs Rakuso. Now they can start thinking about making their way forward themselves.
Oh, almost all their team is in Valley right now. Saxophone in to make some space. Does amazing damage to the combo. Will help catch out Fruit as well. Looking good so far for LEBRONSTANINOPLE. And they'll use that momentum to just push the Dothogs out of mid. KG Quad picking up Sin Karma on the flank as well. They're going to stack that and go forward, denying those forward spawners.
That was maybe the first time I've seen Sin Karma like really disconnected from his team, where he was just like not in the right place. Previously, he's been surviving, but that time,
Dank surfing
not right.
forward to get a better Uber, forcing a lot of flashes off for LEBRONSTANINOPLE, but it's not going to be enough. They're still down 2, forced to back up to the lobby.
KG Quad just killed Fruit and managed to just sneak his way back out through the lower. That was wonderful. Love seeing some of that action. Also, Jarrett showing his
His tankiness.
Just loves looking at stickies in the face and saying, "You can't kill me."
That's definitely That's definitely how I play Demo Man Row. Just tank through everything, get 30 to 40% heals. As we do see, both teams just sitting back, building up their Ubers. It's pretty even. Gun up on last from the side of Dothogs. It's positioned it on the point this time, on the right edge, so that'll cover lower pretty well, but might get spammed out if they discover it.
They do call it out this time. Now, previously, they were pushing to last because they had the Uber advantage. Now, because it's even, they got to do a different approach. They're not going to just bully it through lower. Meanwhile, Paw Dog just picks up KJ Quad, trying to wrap around him. Nice little pick there, but they're not going to be able to push out. Maybe peek a little bit, but not really get in there. However, I see 3 players in lobby trying to make their way forward. Now they back off, though. Red players wisely sticking on to their second, using their numbers, using their advantage. KJ Quad on the sniper. Let's go.
Ooh. Regular time slowly ticking down, but this is Banny config, so the Dothogs would still need to score one more round to end the game, and if time does run out, Red, the LeBronstaniNOPLE, will need at least 2 more, as it looks like we do have a pause row.
I think the best part about this pause is the bicycle kicking from KJ Quad right now.
Yeah.
Actually, this is more like a unicycle, I'd say, with that stance. That's
Yeah,
a
with that
unicycle
stance.
kick.
I agree. I
No
wonder
other
if this means
players.
something is going to happen with KJ Quad Sniper, which I wouldn't doubt.
Let's not read into the pause too much. We don't want to spoil the excitement, but I do agree. If something's going to happen on this last, it's going to be KJ Quad. This angle that he can get, if he can like just peek forward, there's a lot of stickies right now, but if he can just go to a boop, one tap, one shot, that's all you need.
Yeah. If he gets that shot, he'll be eating good. Just like you'll be if you pick up the discount with Factor 75. You can get the code, well, you can see the code by typing !Factor in the chat. You'll get 40% off your first order with them and 20% off on the next month of their food service subscription. So that's a pretty good deal, Ro.
Food, man, I am so hungry right now.
Do you eat duck, Ro?
I should have had something to eat before
Have you
this
ever
match.
had duck? I actually haven't had duck before.
I have not. A lot of gourmet options though with Factor. And for much cheaper than you'd expect. These premium meals.
I think people said duck is like softer than chicken. And that's like the only thing I know about duck. I'm sorry.
From what very little I've seen in MasterChef. From what little I've seen of MasterChef, duck is definitely a softer texture.
I'm gonna stop talking about eating duck because it's distressing Lucef in chat, and I know he loves ducks.
Yeah, ducks are an excellent, just really precious little animals.
Until they grow up and become geese. The next evolution isn't as cool.
These ain't Pokemon, you know. Ducks are still different from geese. Geese are assholes. But ducks, they stay cute forever.
I experience life through the lens of Pokemon Go, a game that I've definitely played. And that's why I can only think in terms of evolutions when I see animals.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's the next stage. And I mean, that's how maybe you should be a Pokemon developer. That's how Game Freak sees their Pokemon designs, you know? Completely different species, but then they, once they evolve, oh, yep, nope. They can go from duck to goose.
Is that a sentry hat on this NG?
Mm,
is it supposed to be a sentry, or is it just like cool goggles?
Those are cool goggles. They've been around for some time.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen the sweater Danks got on his medic before. That's a new cosmetic for me. Got a nice blood moon unusual thing with a laughing face.
Yeah, it's terrifying, honestly. I remember I lovingly referred to like this era of Halloween unusual effects as the phone it in, right? Because they're all like really weird like PNGs. If you look at a Divine right now, for example, that ghost. I mean, if you have even if you don't have a config, like they're just all really pixelated like images, just very low quality. But they're entertaining, to
Oh,
say the least.
you got ducks up on stream. Doctor underscore. Okay.
Oh dear.
Doctor underscore is feeding into our ear that Speedy, that'll be the rover of LeBronstaniNOPLE, has lagged out, and his internet must have died or something, because they are reportedly looking for a roamer replacement.
I think it's time.
Doctor underscore, are these ducks on stream from Loose F's folder? Yes, they are, I'm told. That's wonderful.
Yeah, we've always got a fresh supply at any given moment with our lovely friends in the community.
I thought you were going to say with our lovely friends Factor 75.
No. We've got a fresh supply of duck images.
Two on the right look like mallards, but I'm not. The coloration of the white one is new to me. That like it looks like a mallard in body size and shape, but maybe it's just like, I know like some animals get like albinism, like you have like white squirrels sometimes, but I wonder if that's like an albino mallard or like a different species.
Yeah, these ducks are just really, really pretty. Whether you know the species or not, it's just nice to look at some of those. Just the vibe, you know. You feel me?
Yeah.
The vibe of ducks.
Have you ever encountered swans in real life, Ro?
Oh, sorry. That's when I said geese, I was thinking of swans. Swans are assholes.
Yeah, I saw some recently, and they're one thing that like you don't get from them in like images necessarily is that swans are like huge. Like their body is like, I was gonna say dog size, but then I realized there's like
sizable
a lot
wingspan is a good way to think about them.
They're like motorcycle sized. That's how I would describe their body.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just kind of scary to be in their presence because of how massive they are. But they are like beautiful birds still.
I'm going to intrusively enter the minds of some old people in chat right now and remind everyone of the Swan Princess movie.
I have no idea.
That's what I'm saying.
Is. Yeah.
Only the old people and the people,
the
people in the know, they're going to be like, bro, I haven't thought about this movie in like 20 years.
What is the movie about?
It's just one of those standard, like, someone is an animal and then they get saved. Like a princess or something becomes a swan.
Okay.
It's one of those.
Is it like live action or is it animated?
No, it's an animated movie. Okay. I'm like 80% sure it's a movie that wasn't done by Disney, but it feels like it was a Disney movie. It's like one of those, you know, those outliers. Like DreamWorks did The Road to El Dorado. I think DreamWorks did The Swan Princess, but I could be wrong. Hey, we've got tech support as well in the TF2 community, giving some advice to Speedy, seeing if that will fix the issue and get us back into the game.
Yeah.
Speedy disconnecting at this stage is very unfortunate. At least I think it's 90 seconds, 60 seconds in the future, especially on this last push with such little time left. Like I think we had about 5 minutes left in the round before the pause.
Yeah.
So losing your soldier just before an attempt at last is going to be Definitely unfortunate.
I know the score is not on the screen right now, so I'm going to reiterate. Like, this is a very close match right now. This is like 3-2 to the Dothogs, and red are pushing blues last right now. So this round is critical. We do have some more bird content in the meantime in the top left. I believe that's Looster 200's birds. Known to be a bit of a shithead in my experience with talking to him, but also very cute.
So rousing review.
She's a fucking menace, says Looster. But she does seem very entertained by that pull string on the ceiling fan. I'm sure that makes up for it. Sio says, we had a Valorant broadcast and I could not hear my caster because of Looster's bird. That's impressive.
Can we get our Dr. Underscore camera? Can we get the roaming camera over here? I've got a direction I need to give you. Head over to Valley.
Okay.
You're gonna look for the shops, right, that are on the side. It'll say like Petit Chauffeur Floral, right? And there's a thing, okay? And there's a window over like this fruit basket kind of thing going on, these fruit stand. Yeah. It's possible there's a deer and bagel as well. But here's the real reason I wanted to pull you out of last. I want you to head to the lighthouse, okay? Head to the lighthouse. Be about
this
ground
is some
level.
misdirection going on right now.
Just be the normal level as the battlements, right?
Does it need to be blue lighthouse?
It doesn't matter which one.
Okay.
And I want you to go to console and type rope_shake1. Damn, we can't open console. Sorry, chat. I baited you all.
Rose trying to get Dr. Underscore to leak the broadcast.
Yeah, it was all an elaborate ploy, multi-stage, multifaceted stages to get him to open console, but it didn't work.
What's happening is that we're waiting for the roamer from LEBRONSTANINOPLE, which is Speedy, for his internet to restart, because they could not find a ringer on short notice, and it's a close game. So we've been discussing people's pets. We got some lovely birds up here on the top left of this stream for you to check out. Dolphin claims he's gonna go in and ring. I'm sure that's totally legit. The score is 3-2 to blue team, which is the Dothogs, and they're currently holding their last. KJ Quad is on sniper. He hasn't taken a shot yet. Red team is all buffed up in lobby, so once we get back from this pause, we're going to see what they do as far as poking and prodding.
Also, while we're waiting, production, there's another deer on last, somewhere between spawn and the lobby. So if you can find that other deer, we can make it a scavenger hunt. Get chat involved, Where's the deer?
The engineer is engineer.
And it's not the engineer.
I like this photo of the croc in the suit that's up on the stream now.
Oh.
Do you think the bow tie should be on top, like near the collar, or should it be on bottom?
So you're asking me if a gator wore jeans, would it wear it like this or wear it like this?
Well, he's wearing a bow tie, but he's wearing it on like his back, which I don't think makes sense. I think it should be on his
bow
stomach.
tie makes sense on the back. Because if a gator's on his, on his belly most of the time, or at least standing up, you're not going to see that bow tie. It's going to be buried in the ground. You got to wear it on your back.
Right.
These are the important questions, y'all. It's not about who's going to win this match or what was the last push like, what was the factor in the last push. It's about how animals wear clothes. This is what we come for, and this is what we do. VOD watchers, you can go ahead and skip to VOD watchers. You can head to well, let me do the math real quick. You can head to 1 hour and 2 minutes on the timestamp, and you'll be right caught up to the end of this pause. Ooh, okay, maybe not 8 minutes from now. VOD watchers, 56 minutes on the timestamp. There you go.
Yeah, I'm really next to somebody who can project their thoughts into the future. That's an amazing feeling. How do you feel about this power, Ro?
The power to project thoughts
Into the future.
into the future. Well, it hasn't won me the lottery yet, but it will eventually. So, you know.
Cats. I thought there was a hand holding them at first glance, and I was like, those are really small cats. Doctor underscore, it looks all normal to me. Dolphin's gonna adopt another pet? Possibly. Oh,
We're in. We're going live.
we
Sniper
have a
getting the
zoom.
angle from here. He's on the unicycle.
Oh my god,
He gets
first
the shot. Oh, I love this. Gets the arrow, survives as well. Starting to rotate back into this action here. Paul Dog gets aggressive, tries to push out the sniper.
Oh,
Dank
Saxophone
gets
got the
forced.
force from under, I think. Oh my god. It's from 0 to 100 here, Ro.
I'm honestly like obsessed with this unicycle sniper right now. I'm so sorry. I'm just watching him before he goes all the way back to spawn. Coming up as the scout. They took a little bit of time to get that resub happen, to get it to happen, right? But the Uber advantage is still in their hands. Still plenty of time.
Climbing up there.
But the advantage is dwindling very quickly.
If they fail this last push because they waited too long, I might just scream. They're trying to spam out the gun, but can you really wait for that? They're already at 85%, Ro. They finally used through, but will be too little, they're too late. Dothogs are at 95%. They're pressuring the point. Jarrett's getting flashed, but the Uber does come out for blue. I feel like they kind of squandered their advantage, but they did get 2 picks. It's going to be a contested refight as the Uber fades for blue. Shoulder in. Saxon with a huge pinch to flank the enemy team.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
And they do edge out the cap.
What a cap.
All right, it looks like this is the point where they were missing Speedy, which may affect this mid here. We've got El Gato Chillando, whoever that is, ringing for them.
Now that's what's up. That cat chilling. Let me tell you.
On this pet-themed night of Fireside, it seems fitting as we go into this next
connected.
mid-fight.
Yeah, Jarrett desperately waiting for some heals, trying to make something happen here. Not able to do anything for the most part. Took a lot of damage from these soldiers getting in as well. Jarrett waiting for that arrow. Finally gets it. Meanwhile, the action on the front end is KJ Quad jumping over the enemy team and pistoling down Dank. Follows up onto Fruit. One last pick to grab Sin Karma. Huge plays coming out from KJ Quad. Feeling the
Does he have
the
one
scout
more in
roll.
them, though? Because Paul Dog's hiding in Cafe. They haven't noticed
There's no
him.
way. There's no way.
No way.
No way. Ain't no way.
Alert. The control point is
Jarrett?
captured.
Jarrett? Okay. He's...
Paul Dog's playing a stealth game right now.
He's playing the law. Oh! No, there's no way. He didn't see it. The scout was jumping and looked behind, like, towards Tetris. And still didn't see Paul Dog. This is a good opportunity. Oh, but no, it's called out. There it is.
Oh!
Beautiful air shot to say, you can't hide on us. Down.
And that'll trigger the Uber to come in from red, who are going to have a chance to take the lead here. Pushing blue away from the point.
Oh.
The revenge crits from the sentry. Oh, amazing air shot from Jarrett. Hits Fruit. KJ Cog will clean that up. Still brawling over the point here. Paul Dog jumping in. And it looks like the Dothogs are going to hold on. Wow.
I really just can't even deconstruct what happened in that last push. Just really disorganized in terms of getting the frags they needed, or at least coordinating together.
Yeah, they almost were able to brute force this just through DM, but not
Yeah, the
quite.
brute force was kind of a. That's a good way to put it. They were just a little too focused on. It's worked the last few times, but you gotta coordinate a little bit of what you're doing. Can't just brute force it.
Yeah.
A lot of spam coming through this choke too. Might take out a Jarrett. Nope, survives. And my HUD is broken. I was gonna say KG Quad is up on sniper, but that would be foolish.
Yeah.
The Gat chilling though. The Gato gets on top of Fruit. Gets some good damage. Fruit just takes himself out, unalives himself against the wall. The players are walking up onto this patio. They have the Uber themselves.
Blue
Definitely don't want to have to use here, but Red is getting aggression
Yeah.
really strong on this front of Cafe. The Scout wants to fight it. Valley's been cleaned out here by KJ Quad as well. Just dominating this performance right now. Red's in the driver's seat once again.
The Scout getting caught in Red Cafe here, collapsed upon by LeBronStaninople. And I'm told the player known as, currently as Elgato Tiondo, is actually Fancy Son, according to Jay in the chat. The Screaming Cat is Fancy Son, for future reference, as LeBronStaninople slowly, meticulously clearing out the stickies into second. Yeah. And that'll allow the blue team Greasy Dothogs to get the Uber, but they'll trade it out for the second point.
Yeah. So Fancy Sun cleared out lobby for the rest of the squad, making their way forward. Even Ubers, like we see. Let's see what's going down. I'm feeling this soldier aggression right now. They're getting the coordinated spam onto the sentry. It was only level 1, so it doesn't really mean much. Rakuso's just getting another gun up in time.
Yeah, Sin Karma's using this opportunity to like peek top left, but the Scout recognizes that, not going to let him get away with that again.
And this is the last round. Or, yeah, once the time goes, unless they can cap it right now, which would actually be against their advantage. Pollock tried to get in there. Follow-up from Saxophone, got the force on Dank. I really want to talk about the fact that we have very little time left, and it's looking favorable for the red team, because with 10 seconds left, they just need to win this round, and they're currently sitting on a full Uber advantage and on last.
Yeah.
Or how can they lose this?
How did Blue get forced there? I missed
It was
that
Saxophone.
completely.
He managed to find a jump over through the staircase, right, the echelon, and landed right on top of the medic. Got him down to, like 20 HP.
That's like
Very
his
good
second
force.
like free force in the last 10 minutes from Saxophone. So really good play coming out from him. As the Uber does come in top right, don't get a whole lot besides the gun with it. A lot of control over point, but at the end of the day, it's going to be 3 frags for the Dothogs, and that's going to be a train wreck of a last push for LeBronStaninople. KG Quad out and the sniper might be able to slow down the advance, but they're not going to give him the angles.
Yeah, that's probably one of the worst results you can see from a full Uber advantage push, is killing no players, not capping, and losing 3 of your own.
They didn't get the force or the med kill. KG Quad posted up on this alley. Actually body shot Sin Karma in the air, but he had that full 260 buff, won't do a lot as he picks off Saxophone.
And now blue team is definitely in the driver's seat. They've got the advantage. Well, actually, no, I lied. What am I saying?
Well, they used that Uber
Divine's
to get
getting
into
the
mid.
Uber and is now able to come back, because that pick that Sin Karma was using to jump in wasn't enough. It was just, one pick. It wasn't really a med pick.
Just a soldier.
Yeah.
Discount bin stuff. As Polduck high bomb in through alley, Divine was planning to use anyway, which is the right plan, because Polduck would have crushed him. And they're just gonna leapfrog the point here.
With only 80%, it won't be long before blue decides they're gonna have to push themselves. We've got red team already primed for some defensive actions here, right? We've got Saxophone on the cafe, sticky traps on the side. All right, they spot the players in the choke. They know what's happening. Sin Karma wants to jump this. He's walking forward. They don't have to use. Saxophone walks inside cafe.
This might be really bad. There's 2 players stuck behind now for red, and they're both going to get cleaned up.
Yeah.
They may be forced to take a dangerous trade here on second as they approach their Uber. Not going to get these forward spawns, I don't believe. Fancy Sun doing his best, trying to slow down the push in through choke. Does get forced back. Oh, fruit in on the medic, but not able to force. Jarrett dying. Oh, and Divine drops Wonder. That's terrible. Saxophone going down as well. It's a disaster for the Uber. They do get the force out onto Dank. That'll be their saving grace. But it's just Divine not left on last, and the Soldier is hunting him down mercilessly. That might be game. We'll see here. Dog spawn camping Jarrett. And that is it, folks. What a match.
Yeah. Took a really interesting screenshot because there was a rag doll that was very entertaining for me to look at. So I had to get that down real quick. Yeah, that was just unbelievable that blue team, the Greasy Dothog, had done such a great job of mounting a repush anytime they were on defense. They found the way forward. If they survived that push, they constantly throughout this game just rolled it all the way to the opposite last. And yeah, really well played from both teams. We saw some incredible stuff. I think the play of the night though had to have been that Soldier mid where Divine was launched in the air.
Oh yeah.
And they just passed it off to one another like an alley-oop, going for a huge dunk on Divine. That was unbelievable.
I gotta watch the clip of that later because I saw it from like the helicopter cam. I was in.
Same. I was right in the sky as I saw Divine get launched.
I want to see the flick. I want to see it from
I'm so excited for it. Yeah, we can load up the logs here real quick. Get a sense of what those margins are. Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little broken because they had to swap out a Soldier.
We can just assume just add 30 damage per minute to everyone. You know what's the big deal?
Because of the pause.
And a beautiful right away I can tell Sin Karma is just very wise in his ways.
He's got exactly 10,000 damage.
He was like, I'm gonna get 5-figure damage every single game.
Exactly 10,000.
And so he was like, I got to start with a 10k right off the gate.
Not one less.
Yeah, really solid.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Very entertaining to see that for sure.
On the other side, his demo counterpart Jarrett struggling a little in the frag department. Still pumping out pretty decent damage for a demo, but feels like, I don't know, maybe he was not the finisher, I guess. I don't know if that's a good performance or a bad demo performance, because sometimes you play demo and your scouts just clean up all your damage and you're actually playing well, you know.
The way to determine that is always the deaths, right? You can be a 6 frag demo for a match, but if you also had 6 or 7 deaths, then you did great. For if you're doing the damage and your KD itself is not that bad, you're doing fine. But when you're seeing a number like 13 deaths, twice as many deaths as frags, that typically means that you're every now and then just a little disconnected, or maybe you were calling for us to go forward or just staying over at a choke point or anything like that. Those are usually just being a little bit disconnected from your team and falling. Not a huge deal though. I mean, really overall, every single player on both sides of the teams had an impact on the match. There was a drop with Jarrett. I mean, that Stiggy trap, like you said, he's reloading, walking back to the shoulder. There's not even an angle. I'm looking at it right now. There is there's no angle. There's no way. That was a blind det. Maybe, like you said, he might have seen the med beam, but to time it like that and get the drop, phenomenal. I'm pretty sure they won that round too.
That's years of experience coming in right there.
Yeah, you just feel those out. You feel the medic brush against your sticky, and you're like, ugh!
Well,
wait, sorry.
I did not.
What am I talking about?
I did not get the score correct, unfortunately, but
yeah,
one of my predictions was correct in that KJ Quad did pop off.
Yes,
26 frags, popping the scoreboard. He had a 4K on the last mid, I think. Just unleashed. The man is a monster, outpacing Shamu and Rakuso on the other team, which is no small feat, honestly.
Mm-hmm. And that's the other thing is I feel like throughout the match, the name that we saw a lot was Rakuso. In terms of scouts, the scouts we saw a lot of were Rakuso and KJ Quad. I feel like Shamu and Wonder what also had a performance, but like Shamu having 22 kills, for some reason that feels weird to me. Just because he was always cleaning up. You
It's
know,
the pocket scout life,
exactly.
You mop up the bombers.
Your frags always just go off to the side, not really that important because like everyone else on your team has been doing the important frags. You're just grabbing the the more important frags that are like just the 100 health soldiers that are on your medic and whatnot.
Mm.
But yeah, no, really phenomenal stuff coming out from this. This is a really good start. These are like two entirely brand new teams, basically. A couple of them are up and comers, some of them are old veterans, and we're seeing just like a swath of experience coming out, no matter where they're from.
You can feel the experience. You can feel it in like the way they're playing.
This invite
like,
season is gonna be lit.
Yeah, like it's not perfect, but like these are very surprisingly coherent teams for week one. Strategic in the like tactical sense,
And again,
they're taking fights together.
Yeah.
The soldier combos are playing off each other really well already, especially that one mid with Paul Dog.
Just phenomenal.
But like, I got to give credit to Saxophone and Speedy, and a little bit of Fancy Sun as well. Like, their coordination on Sax was also very good. They had some cheeky plays where they tried to get Sax in behind on their second, which I liked, even if they didn't work out. Saxophone in particular, well, honestly, like Saxophone had a couple clutch forces on the enemy last. Speedy just had some really amazing positional plays, like things that don't show up on a stat sheet necessarily, but like I think the first mid he won for them just by like forcing the other team into their cafe and doing a lot of damage to the pocket scout, and that they just won the mid off of that positioning.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing but good things to say about the soldiers on both sides here.
Yeah. Invite's looking good. We're going to be seeing these teams in action, like I said, explained with this new format, right? Stage 1, Stage 2. It's basically just the regular season and playoffs, but this time there's an incentive to stay because everyone's making it to playoffs. They're just starting with a disadvantage.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they're out. That means they're fighting. They're fighting for their best opportunity to win playoffs in Stage 2.
Yeah, and for those of you who weren't here at the very start, Invite split into 2 stages this season. First 4 weeks are the usual round robin. Every team plays every team, and then stage 2 is like pre-playoffs. It's like a bracket that determines the playoff seedings for the real playoffs, if that makes sense. And playoffs is going to be 8 teams instead of 4 because of that, which is exciting. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. I think that's everything we have to do except for closing things out, wrapping things up.
Sure.
But as for the match, excellent stuff. Love this. Shears, you know what to do. You know what it's about.
Yeah. Would you like to do any shout-outs, Ro, on the way out?
Shout out to Chance and shout outs to Birds.
Yeah. I'd like to shout out Looser200 for and everyone else who shared their pets on stream. Thank you for helping us through this pretty relentless pause that we had. That kind of sucked, but the birds made it better. Love this community. Shout out to Dr_cat. And but those are 2 cats. Okay. Cats plural. Dr_cats. These are Dr_cats stream.
Fireside
anyway.
Cats.
Ba-doom-tsh. Anyway, that's going to be it for us tonight here at Fireside Cats.
But that's not going to be the end of your subscription to Factor. Yeah, Factor. We've got a whole thing set up for y'all. ! Factor. You get the code. It's literally like so much free food for the first 2 months.
So
it's incredible. It's just too good of a deal not to take it.
Like
Give it a
imagine,
try.
yeah.
Good meals, really quality meals, and yeah. Thank you, Factor, for the sponsorship.
Thank you, Factor.
All right. Well, thank you all for hanging out with us. We'll be seeing more of you. I mean, you'll be seeing more of us. So drive safe.
Have a good night.